Alright, so first let's jump in with all the stuff that I'm using. I'm using these nails from Nails Cat Cat. They're already like shaped and stuff. These are the square ones, but I got some like coffin shaped ones and some almond shaped ones too. I thought it was really cute. I've got this little nail buffer from Sally's, just regular nail buffer. You can get it anywhere. A cuticle pusher, a cuticle clipper, some Prep and Clean dehydrant from Sally's again. Young Nails Protein Bond, Press Extend Gel in the color Jessica, which is like a bubblegum pink kind of color. Madam Glam on the top coat. This mini UV light from Beetles, their little kit that they had. I think you can buy this separately too. My nail drill that I got from Amazon a while ago. And boom, I'm about to fix the exposure now because it was just way too overexposed. And this Melody Susie lamp that I also got from Amazon. So while I measure out my nails and make sure that they're the right size and they're not going to pop off, let's just start with me, I guess, like introduction, right? So my name is Shaaanelle. I am 31 years old. I currently live in St. Louis, technically. I live on the outskirts of St. Louis on the Illinois side, but I live in St. Louis. I am married. I have two children. They are 4 and the other one is about to be 10. This is not my only job. YouTube is not my only job. We got to pay bills around here. I'm actually Air Force. I'm active duty Air Force. I'm a paralegal. I am originally from San Diego, California, born and raised in San Diego, California. My mom moved to Houston a couple times when I was younger. Like, it was real young. I must have been in like second grade. She moved there. I want to say she moved like to Houston twice, or maybe it was just one big time and I'm just blending it together. But at some point we were in Houston, but I don't even think we were there. Well, we might have been there for a full, like almost a full school. I don't think we were there for a full school year. Child, I don't remember because it was that long ago. But I am from San Diego, California. That's where I've been, my whole life living it up. From the southeast area, just in case anybody's curious. It is 5:55 right now, so angel numbers, there that is for you. Anyway, so I looked up some questions, some like getting to know me questions. I don't think anybody does getting to know me's anymore. Like, come on. But I'm doing it anyway. So I looked up some questions, and one of the questions that I chose basically out of the list was, did you go to college? And I did. I actually went to college before I joined the Air Force. I went to college for technically a full year, I want to say. Yeah, technically I finished a full year of college. Basically what I did is I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I went to like a little community college nearby where we were living in Houston. Oh yeah, we moved back to Houston after I graduated high school. Like almost immediately after I graduated high school and finished my summer job, we moved to Houston. So while we were back in Houston, I was going to college. I was doing basically all of my general classes because I didn't know like what degree I wanted. But I did go to college for a little bit and did all my general classes. And then after a little bit, I just enlisted. Next question is, what is your favorite ice cream flavor? It's got to be pecan praline, babe. Like I don't know what y'all are eating out here, but if it's not pecan praline, stay away from me. What was your first job? So, my first job, I'm actually very proud of this, was at the San Diego Zoo. The world famous San Diego Zoo, by the way, you guys. So, basically, the zoo and SeaWorld in San Diego in the summertime do these huge job fair things. And basically, you just show up and you don't like need a resume or anything. You just show up and you do your interview. And then if you get the job, they do a quick little drug test. At least the zoo did. They did a quick little drug test, and then you went in to do, your first orientation, and then that was it. They gave you a time to come back for your second orientation, and then you started working. They put you on the schedule. So I actually really loved working at the zoo. It was so fun, especially when I worked in like the elephant area and I could just watch the elephants all day, playing around, seeing baby elephants and stuff like that. But it was actually a really cool job. Yeah. What is your go-to hairstyle? So my go-to hairstyle has to be a low slick bun. Side part, okay? I like the middle part, but it's got to be side part. But obviously, I'm in the military, so of course that's going to be my go-to anyway. But it's just easy to do. It's easy to keep up. I can just redo it all week without any issues. Just slap some more water on it, slap a little bit more gel, fix my edges, and get it going. So that is my go-to hairstyle. I felt like answering that question because I have a lot of hair videos on my page. It's like a hair page. Have you been to any concerts or festivals? So my first concert was actually at a Wiz Khalifa concert in Houston. It was maybe 2010, 2011. I know it was before I joined the military because we were in Houston and I was at my first job. Well, sorry, at my second job, my first job in Houston. I was working in the mall and my homegirl, little white homegirl, she was like, "You want to go to the Wiz Khalifa concert?" And I was like, "Yeah, like, how are we getting there?" She's like, "I'm gonna drive." I was like, "Cool." It was actually a really cool concert. Um, we made our way to the front, so there were no like chairs, there was no seating on the ground. There was just kind of like this big open area, and we didn't know that when we bought the tickets. We thought it was going to be chairs, but I guess that was a good thing because we were so short that we ended up just kind of like going under people, like sliding past people and through the crowd. And we made our way to the very front at the little fence line or whatever. And we were in front of Bun B. I met Big Sean. I shook his hand, and I actually have a picture. I got scratched. I guess he used to wear like this big pyramid ring thing. And like when I shook his hand, it like scratched me. And should I sue? Like, I don't know. But that was my first concert. And then I've been to another concert. It was some other like little weird group. I went to it with a different girl from the same job, but it was a different friend. She took me to this concert with her. And I want to say Snoop Dogg was at this concert, but I don't remember. Oh, it was Gorillas. It was a Gorillas concert. But other than that, I've been to no more concerts. I've been to like Vegas and what's his name? Fabulous was there at one of the clubs, Dre's nightclub that we got into. Um, but that's not why we went to Vegas. We went to Vegas to go to Vegas and we went to go watch a boxing match. So those are all the concerts that I've been to. I've never been to a festival. All right. So the next few questions, I might have to like breeze past these. So it's like, if you could change one bad habit of yours, what would it be? Listen, I don't have any bad habits, okay? Just kidding. I'm very self aware, but I like to say that I'm evolving right now. I'm going through like a journey of evolution. And so I don't really consider any of the things I tend to do really a bad habit. I think it's just my response to things. And I'm learning to control them per the situation, if that makes sense. So, depending on what situation I'm in, learning to really control, like have self control over how I'm responding to things. So, I don't consider that really a bad habit when I respond to some things the same way. I think it's just a point where I need to evolve and start learning to respond to that situation differently. What is your most memorable childhood memory? All right, skipping past that one because it's not a good memory. What are your pet peeves? So I think, okay, this is gonna sound weird, but one of my pet peeves is when people sometimes do things that they can't control. Like my husband sneezes extremely loud. And I'm like, sir, like put a muzzle on it. Like you do not need to sneeze like that loud. Like please calm down. Do you have any pets? We had a dog. His name was Kane. We actually got him when I was pregnant with Caleb. I guess my idea was like that they could grow up together and be good friends. And it actually did turn out to be really good friends. He was a pit bull. He was a blue pit bull, I guess you could say. He was a gray color. But his eyes weren't blue. They were just like brown. But I'm pretty sure it's still a blue pit bull. Anyway, um, we actually just gave him to our friend who used to babysit for him. Well, not babysit, but she used to pet sit for us a lot when we would go on vacations and stuff. And she originally wanted to take him when she had PCS from where we both were in Texas. But I was like, it's not a good time. Like, I don't think you should take Caleb's dog away from him. And by this time, we had Kane for like, he was almost 10 years old. He was like 8, he was like 9 years old, maybe 10. But yeah, so it was just a good time. But when we finally left from Texas, we actually just went ahead with it and turned him over to her. We gave him to her. So he lives with our friend now. He's living a happy, fat old man life basically with her. Um, yeah, so we don't have any pets currently, but that was our most recent pet. How many siblings do you have? I have 7. Look, don't talk about my mama, okay? Don't talk about my mama. I'm just kidding, but I have 7 siblings. Do you prefer the city or the country? Definitely the city. Yeah, it's not. It's the bugs. It's too much for me, so it's definitely giving city. Ooh, what social media platform do you use the most? Now, this is interesting because I actually am on Instagram the most, but I don't use it the most because I don't really like, I haven't consistently posted on there in a very, very long time. So, well, not a very long time. Like, I literally just posted, but I don't like consistently post on there very frequently. And I also don't use my stories as frequently either. I used to be all about like Twitter when it first came out. Like, when Twitter first started, I was on that thing, okay? When we had the hashtags going and everything, I was on it. But then I eventually left Twitter, moved to Facebook a little bit. So I am on Facebook kind of often, I guess you could say. But again, I don't necessarily post a lot on my social medias. I just kind of am on them. I'm sure a lot of people do that. But for the purposes of like this, I definitely post on YouTube the most, where I socialize with like you guys, people who I don't know personally in my life. When was the last time you embarrassed yourself? So this morning, I had what's called like gate guard duty. Basically, I had to like check cards at the gate. I don't know. I guess they don't have enough security forces. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I had to check ID cards at the gate to make sure that the people that were coming through were the right people who's supposed to be coming through. And I was like, everybody, as people were coming to the gate, I would take their car and say, "Hey, how you doing today?" Um, and then there was one guy who came to the gate. And a lot of times, because this is like routine for everybody that works on base, you go up to the gate, you give them your car, you tell them have a nice day, and you get on your way really quickly. So basically, what was happening a couple times was like I would say have a great day, and the other person would say it at the same time as me, and then they would drive off. But this one guy, like, I was like, "Hey, sir, how you doing today?" And he was like, "Good, how are you?" I said, "Good, thanks." And then I said, "How you doing today?" Again, and I was like, he just like looked at me, and I was like, "Oh, sorry. Look, don't worry about it. Have a great day." What are your life goals? Billionaire, baby. You know what I mean? Trying to make some money out here. What is your morning routine? So, like, my alarm basically goes off, and then I turn it off, and then my second alarm goes off, and then I pick up my phone. And I really like to just lay in the room. I like have these like sheer curtain type things. They're not sheer, but they're what is it called? It's like light filtering curtains. And the blinds that I have are also light filtering. So, about the time I wake up, the sun's coming up. It's a nice little, coming into the sunrise type thing vibe in my room. And so I like to just like lay in bed undisturbed and everything's quiet. And I just kind of go through my phone, go through my emails, check the stocks, see what's going on, check Instagram because that's where I'll be. And then I start getting ready. So I get myself ready for work. Like I go to the bathroom and then like skincare. And then I will wake up the kids, really Michaela, because Daniel does most of everything for Caleb in the morning. So I'll get Michaela her cereal, start getting her dressed, then I'll go back in the bathroom, get myself dressed. Look, if y'all want a morning routine, just let me know. How would you describe your fashion sense? Girl, ain't got none, okay? I wear a uniform 5 days a week. I got gym clothes and I got sleep clothes and I got vacation clothes. And that's literally all I have. Don't ask me to go nowhere else. I got Christmas party clothes. That's it. Okay. Other than that, I don't have any like regular clothes to wear out. When I have to actually go somewhere and I want to look decent, like to a restaurant for dinner, it's got to be like jeans because I don't have clothes and I don't have fashion sense. Okay. So goodbye. What is your favorite book? Gotta be Harry Potter. What are your hobbies? That's right here. What inspires you? Money. I don't know, child. What is your favorite color? Don't really have a favorite color. I like the way certain colors look on me, like browns. Not all browns, because all browns don't look good on my skin tone, but I don't think I really have a favorite color, actually. I like neutrals. What is your coffee order? I don't know nothing about ordering no coffee nowhere, no Starbucks. Not that I don't get it, but I'm not a super huge coffee drinker. What was your dream job as a kid? I actually wanted to be a lawyer so I could argue with people, and I never thought that I would go into a career field where like I'm actually lawyering. I always thought that, because when I first came into the military, I was not a paralegal. I didn't work with attorneys. I was a comm troop, so I worked with servers and computers and stuff. And I just never really like after it was like a thought for me when I was a kid. I was like, all right, that's it. Like I never thought to go back and be a lawyer. But another one of my dreams also has been a psychologist. I am about 4 classes away from my bachelor's degree in psychology. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it now that I'm a paralegal. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But basically, yes, that was my dream job as a child. What phone do you have? This is actually hilarious because I was just talking about this with one of my coworkers. I don't know what number phone this is, honestly. iPhone just been coming out with phones back to back to back. And I'm like, can y'all slow it down? Because I don't know what phone I had. And honestly, I think the phone that I have is like a 12. I think it's like, I always get the big one. So I think it's like a 12. I'm pretty positive that before I got this last phone, I had like a 7. Like they doing too much. They got too much going on for me. What is your favorite TV show quote? Not a show, but you're a wizard, Harry. Okay. How many countries have you traveled to? So I don't really know the count technically because um, the first time I've ever traveled outside of the country was when I deployed a long time ago. And basically, I don't know like how many countries we hopped into technically. I know we stopped in like Germany on the way to the deployment and somewhere else, but I don't know like if that counts. Anyway, so yeah, the first time I went out of the country was when I deployed. And then um after that, we've been to Mexico a bunch of times, like back to back, almost. And then we went on a Disney cruise where we visited. Where did we go to? The Bahamas. And then we're actually about to go on another Disney cruise now. We'll visit like the British Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Disney's Island. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, that's all I've been to. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? I love watching Alexis Rebecca. She my fave. I don't know, but I love watching her. And I was really big on Jackie Ina when she was on here, like right before. It wasn't right before she hit 3 mil, but I had like seen one of her videos, and then I just kind of watched them, and then eventually I subscribed. But this was years ago. Pretty Witty 77 was like one of the first people who I ever watched on YouTube, and it was back when I started getting relaxers again because she was like on a relaxed hair journey, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that too, because I had decided to relax my hair again. And then who else is there? Pretty Witty 77 is actually who inspired me to start my YouTube channel. Who else is there? Naturally Sunny, of course, and we love Aaliyah's face. Do you have any siblings? I already answered that. Do you prefer tea or coffee? Tea. What is the first thing you do after going home from work or school? First thing I do after I come home from work, I gotta take that uniform off. You know what I'm saying? And I sit down, watch my phone for a little bit, and just relax, and spend some time not talking or doing anything. And then I'll start talking and getting on people's nerves, cooking, whatever, cleaning, and get ready for bed. Y'all didn't even, that question didn't even ask all that. Come on now. What sports did you play? I used to play basketball, but I only played my senior year in high school. I was not good. I was on JV as a senior. Like, come on now. What? What is your favorite movie? It's Harry Potter. Come on. And it's actually Harry Potter, the one, the Half-Blood Prince. What is your favorite animal? Giraffe. Do you like dogs or cats? It's got to be dogs. So I'm actually terrified of dogs. And people will be like, how are you terrified of dogs when you have a pit bull? It's my dog. Like, that's different. And, like, this, like, that question, like, has your dog ever bitten anybody? He ain't never bitten me, so I don't know. But, like, that's my dog. So I don't know why people expected me, like, to never have a fear of dogs just because I own a dog. But I'm terrified of dogs. There were some times where like Kane would scare me because like I would open the back door and he would do that kind of like alert dog thing, and I would just close the door and I would wait for him to get closer to the door because I'm terrified of dogs. But anyway, so it's got to be dogs over cats. Do you have a PC or a Mac? I got a Mac. What books have changed your life? I actually just read this book called Secrets of the Shadow by Debbie. I don't remember her last name, but it's on Amazon. It's called Secret of the Shadow by Debbie somebody. It's actually a really good book. It's crazy because it's like what books have changed your life, and I can't even remember the author's name. But yeah, and also I read a bunch of finance books recently. I don't know if they really changed my life, but they were about like stocks and stuff like that. If you want, I can list them in my Amazon store under books. Let's see. What theme parks have you been to? We've been to Disneyland, Universal Studios, Hollywood. We don't really go to theme parks that often. SeaWorld, because it's free to get into for active duty. But yeah, we don't really go to a lot of theme parks. Six Flags before, but I don't do roller coasters, so that's probably why I haven't been to a lot of theme parks. What is your favorite drink? I don't know. I don't know. Don't have a favorite. Tequila? Um, do you have any weird quirks? I don't think so. Like, hello? Why I don't. How many languages do you speak? One, English. What is your nickname? It's Nelly, but really only my grandmas call me that. Well, now my one living grandma calls me that, and my mama. Nobody else call me Nelly like that. Maybe like my godmom, like some close people call me Nelly, but not too many people call me that. What is your go-to fast food order? No, it's a cheeseburger. What is your favorite Netflix show? Let me think. So I don't think I have a favorite. Wait a minute. Let me dial it back because I probably do have a favorite Netflix show. I can't really think of it right now, but when I go through and edit this and I put words on the screen, I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. Once I'm like, okay, yeah, that was the show that I loved. I'm gonna put it on the screen for y'all. Who's your favorite actor? I don't know nobody. I don't know no actors, child. Okay, the man that played Harry Potter. I don't know no actors, so don't ask me that again. What is your evening routine? If y'all want a video, just let me know. What is your favorite thing to do when you have free time? Absolutely nothing. Like if I have free time, I don't want to do a thing, actually. So there you go. Um, what is your favorite sports team? I don't have one, but if y'all remember that time when the Lakers was in the playoffs against the Celtics, I don't know why I was so invested in that. Also, it was when back when I was on Twitter a lot. So it was when we just moved to Texas, so it might have been like 2012, 2013. But I was like in it, and I don't even know why because I don't have a favorite sports team. Like I don't know, but anyway, that's that. Where do you currently live? I already told y'all that. What is your favorite clothing brand? I don't really have a favorite clothing brand, I don't think, because like I said, I don't have a lot of fashion sense, okay? Are you single or taken? Y'all already know I got that right. What year were you born? I'm gonna tell y'all that so y'all can log into my accounts. Hello? That's too much right there. I'm not telling y'all all that. I'm 31. Like do the math. How tall are you? I'm only 5'2". Yeah, I'm a shorty over here. Ain't too tall. It is what it is. So, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? Hmm. If I could live anywhere, it would be, I don't know where it would be, but I know it would be by the beach probably. In like a tropical hot, not maybe not tropical, right? Because I don't like bugs, but like in just some place that's very, very warm and that doesn't experience cold winters. Um, or like extremely cold winters. I don't know. I don't know. But then again, I've never really experienced living in the snow, so I don't even know if like I truly don't like it or I just don't like being cold. So yeah. Who is your role model? Whoever making the most money right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. Who's my role model? So my role model just kind of depends on what's going on. So sometimes I will have like a role model at work and it'll be the person who is the best leader at the time and who inspires me to be a better leader. If it's somewhere in the financial space, it's the person who is influencing me the most. Um, as far as like they're making good moves and they have good like good what's it called advice and stuff like that. So my role models, I don't really have one designated role model. It just kind of varies on what's going on, what the topic is, right? And then where I am, like kind of in my life, and who's the best person that I know that's doing it at that time. What is your idea of a dream date? I don't think I have a dream date, but I'll tell you guys, one of my dream things was for my husband to send me to the spa alone. And can y'all believe he actually did it? And I didn't even tell this man ever. Like, I don't know, like he just did it on Mother's Day this year. And it was like the best thing ever. It was just quiet, and I just had time to like quiet my mind and just get pampered and relaxed. And it was amazing. It was at the Four Seasons here in St. Louis, and it was like an all-day package. It was great. Um, what are some of your favorite TV shows? I'll put that on screen because, like I said, I don't remember. What is your favorite store? I don't have a favorite store per se. I don't. The grocery store? What? I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite store. Like everybody loves Target and Home Goods, right? But I don't know if those are like my favorite stores. Do you have any allergies? I actually don't. Nah, don't have any. Wait. Okay, let me take that back. Because I'm actually deathly allergic to like, I don't know what it is, right? But let me tell y'all this story, okay? So basically, here's what happened. Basically, there was like this time when I got, well, this has always been happening to me before. What would happen is my nose would kind of like close up. So I could see the flesh inside of my nose, and I could see that it was like preventing air from getting through my airways. Like I could not breathe out my nose because my flesh would swell up. And so for the longest of time, they were telling me that it was allergies and that it was like probably like dust or just seasonal allergies or whatever. And then recently it had happened, and there was like, it would only happen during specific times. So I would walk outside sometimes, like I would walk in the building to work, and my nose would automatically close, and I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, what does this mean? And then I was like, I can't take this anymore. Like I can't eat, I can't sleep, like this is ridiculous. So at work, I was like, I can't take this. I cannot eat. I need to get outside. So I walked outside, and I was going to go pick up like some nose spray or something from the store. And immediately as I walked outside, my nose cleared up. Like there was not that. So I was like, how is this allergies? Like, please explain how it's allergies when it's only when I walk inside a building. Do I have, like, am I allergic to work? Do I have indoor allergies? What is this called? Because literally within minutes, and when I walked outside, my nose cleared up and I could suddenly breathe again. It was wild. And then it was happening to where, like, when I would lay down at night, my nose would close when I was laying down, but I would be sitting up and it would be fine. So I don't know what this is called. I don't believe that it's allergies. And, they just gonna have to pay me and my disability for VA because they haven't solved the problem. And I don't like that. So anyway, I actually like went to the doctor recently and I did like a little allergy test. But I think he tried to call me back and I was like missing the phone calls because I can't have my phone at work and they didn't have my work number. So I have to follow up on that. But that's my story about allergies. Um, who were your childhood idols? I don't think I really idolized anybody as a child. Hmm. Which of your parents do you resemble? I actually look exactly like my mom, and it's crazy because I used to think I didn't look like her. And then I used to be like, wow, I really look like my mama. Like, what the heck? But now I'm actually proud of my mom because first of all, my mom wasn't ever ugly. It was just like, why do I look like my mom? Like, come on now. But I'm a gorgeous woman, and I'm proud to look like my mother because we're gorgeous. um, the last question is, what is your favorite sport? Again, I don't really like. Oh, it's boxing now. Okay, so let me tell y'all. So when I met my husband, when he was like my boyfriend or whatever, um, he used to watch boxing a lot, and then eventually, you live with somebody, you marry them, you get into the same thing. So I actually really got into boxing. At first, it was just like, because he's Mexican, it was just like watching Canelo fight, but then it just got deeper and deeper, and now I'm like involved. So I really like boxing now. I was like super excited. Like he put me on to some of the boxers that I am like hyped for, that I'm like a super fan of and stuff like that. Not a super fan, but that I'm a fan of. So we were on to Davis before, like Javante Davis, before he even really got popular like that, before he was popping. We was on to him. Ryan Garcia, we were on to him too, watching his fights. Crawford. Actually, the first time we went to Vegas, we went for a Crawford fight. Isn't that hilarious? So that was back in 2018, I want to say. Um, so we were on Crawford for a little bit. Spence, obviously, we were on Spence. We've been to 2 Spence fights. We've been to Dallas for it, and then we've been to Canelo fight together. Daniel's probably, he's been obviously 2 more fights than I've been to, but we've been to a Canelo fight before in Dallas. I want to say is where it was. Triple G, we was loving when it was Canelo versus Triple G. We was on that. We was loving that one. Anyway, let me stop telling y'all about boxers that we know or anything like that. But basically, yes, it is boxing now. I am a fan. I'm a fan of the Charlo brothers, but only the older Charlo, really. I don't really like the younger Charlo that's about to fight Canelo now. I'm not a huge fan of this guy. His older brother, I think he's a better boxer. But I don't even know if he's the older brother. I know he's the bigger brother, but I don't actually even know that he's older. Anyway, but yeah, when I saw that Canelo was about to fight the younger Charlo, I was like, ew, like what? This is not the fight we wanted. We wanted Canelo to fight the big one. But anyway, so yeah, that is all of the questions. And yeah, I guess that's kind of like the conclusions in this end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. All of the products that I used for my nails are going to be down below in my Amazon store. And then I told you guys that I was gonna put like the books in my Amazon store, so I'm gonna do that as well. And yeah, if you guys have any other questions that you could think of, let me know. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one.